Hey, 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 happy day. There was a man, he was sitting at home all by himself, and there was a knock on the door, and there was a policeman. The officer said, "Hey, are you married?" The man thought, what an odd question. And he said, "Yes, I am married." And then the policeman says, "Do you have a recent picture of your wife?" He said, "I guess. Hang on a second. I'll go get it." He comes back. The officer looks at the picture and he says in a very, very sad voice, "I'm so sorry, but it looks like your wife has been hit by a train." And the man says, "I know that, but you know what? She's got a good personality and she's a good cook." Now we got business here to talk to you about in the world. Leftist, you know what they okay. Well, it took a second, try not to laugh. Not laughing now. We're talking serious stuff. We're talking about the shooting in the church in Texas. Right, in 6 seconds, a good guy with a gun did a great thing, and he saved numerous lives. And some say it could have been up to a couple of hundred lives to be saved. Wow, that's spectacular. I mean, the tragedy is that a couple of lives were lost. We get that. And our heart goes out to the families and everyone else, but a good guy saved the day. I can't say it enough. And there's a spin going on from the left. They're saying, well, hey, he shouldn't have had a gun. He shouldn't have this. What? I mean, you got to get rid of guns, and the bad guy wouldn't have had one. And where are these people from? What planet? I mean, that's a wonderful thing that happened, and everyone with a right mind, I guess that maybe means from the right, knows that it was a good thing. Guns are good if they're in the hands of good people. Here's a lady in Vancouver, Canada. Her name was Reynolds. I can't see her for Gail. That'd be her. She drinks a lot, I guess, and she keeps getting drunk driving charges. And so one day she went to court on a drunk driving charge, and the judge looked at her and he said, "You're too drunk." He said, "You're intoxicated." And so I have to postpone the hearing. And so she staggers out, and he runs up and says, "Don't drive." Oh, she gets in her car and she drives and she gets another ticket. Dumb as forever. Okay, we are pleased to announce that the Conservative Party of Canada will elect their next leader and Canada's next Prime Minister on the 27th of June 2020. This is an email that I got and so many other Canadians got as well. And they have a leadership election organizing committee. They haven't nailed it down yet. What it would appear that the entry fee will be $300,000, and there's all kinds of other rules that pretty much keeps most people out of the race. All the good people probably won't have an opportunity to get involved because it is onerous, to say the least. And I had a group approach me and they said, "Do you want to do this?" And I said, "Are you crazy?" Blah, 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 blah. But I did look at it, and I said, well, if I did, I just write a check for $300,000. And he said, "You can't. The maximum that you could write is a check for $1,600. You have to go get the $300,000 from the masses of the great unwashed. And then you can get elected, and then you can be prime minister, and then you can lead us out of the wilderness." I said, "Whoa, my. I mean, you got to get to $300,000 in a week or two from a whole bunch of little guys, and not many people will pay $1,600. So you're talking $10 and $20 and $30. Really?" "Yeah." I said, "Okay, well, how do you hire people?" "Well, you can't hire people. You have to get them." "Oh, so you hire people to help you. You can't pay them. You have to say, 'Come and work for me, and maybe people will give us money, and then you can get paid.' It works that way." "Yeah." I said, "Wow." I said, "No wonder you have bad leaders, because you have a bad system." Just saying. Now, we have a report from the Canadian Institute for Health Information, and they show rates of, this is unbelievable. It's true. I actually checked on this. I talked to doctor friends of mine and many people. It's the real stuff. Many rates of foreign objects, sponges, clamps, needles, scissors, they're left behind in patients after surgery. And that increased last year by 14%. Between 2016 and 2018, a total of 553 objects were left in Canadian patients after surgery. Foreign objects are left inside patients' bodies 9.8 times out of every 100,000 surgeries for people 15 years old and older. In Canada, medical errors account for 28,000 deaths each year. Now, this is the government that says we need to get rid of guns. They should get rid of doctors, but we should get rid of guns because there's 30 or 40 deaths by guns every year, and so we want to get rid of those. And we want doctors to be involved in the gun control movement. These are the guys who would leave a bullet inside you. They'd take it out of the wound and put it somewhere else and then sew you up. That's astounding. Socialism, you know what? The government's a socialist. I mean, they drive me insane, and you too, hopefully, kind of, sort of, maybe. You make it, we take it. That's the slogan. Y'all come back. See ya.